So hello everybody and welcome to today's video. Today my friends, I'm very happy to be back to present you another video about Power of Exile, and today I am finally back for another build guide. About this beautiful build that you're just seeing on the screen. It is about the Juggernaut Molten Strike of the Zenith build. It is a really strong build. It is expensive 100% my friends, but it is so worth it. So much DPS, so tanky. The clearance looks also nice, but we're gonna talk about that in the pros and the cons. So as you can see, as always, I am back for showing the builds that we are playing, and we always showcase them here on our YouTube channel. As with every build guide, we are gonna start with the pros and the cons, and we go over to the skill gems, then the gear and the flask, then the skill tree, the remainings, and then I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna show you or talk about how I play it, and then we are gonna show some gameplay. You're seeing already a bit on the screen, but we will see more in this section. And as for every build guide, I'm gonna put the POE link under the video description so that you can just copy, paste everything, check the items at your own pace after this video. So pay closely pay attention to everything I'm gonna talk about because it's important, and for the rest, let's go for the pros and the cons. So my friends, the pros and the cons, when I think about this build, the biggest pro, it is the DPS. We are very high on DPS. We melt down a lot. We face really any Armour boss. You will see, I'm gonna show you in the gameplay the Armour searing so that you can see how fast we kill it. Okay, that is the biggest pro. Then we are very tanky since our resistances are at 90%. We are armor stacking and so on and so on. Also big pro, you can really min-max this build. The version I'm gonna show you, or that what we are playing, it is already very high in budget. That's a big contra or con of this build. It is expensive. Here we are talking about 2 mirrors. I think under 2 mirrors you can't copy what this version or the version I am playing, or at least have the items that I have. But yeah, the pro it is that you can go very high. The more currency you have, the more or you can invest, and the stronger this build becomes, because we are strength stacking, right? Okay, it is very nice build, I have to admit. Okay, friends, and yeah, we are also clearing maps very fast. In my opinion, people saying, oh, it is not as fast as Lightning Strike. Yeah, it is true, but still it is very fast. It is for sure a bosser. And also, we have the option, sometimes I use it, I just take Lightning Strike of Arcing and Pierce support, okay, and then I switch it with the Molten Strike of the Zenith and take volatility out and put Pierce support instead of it. Okay, you can pretty much do that if you want to have a faster clear, if you want, but not necessary. You will see in the gameplay, and you already saw it in the intro. It is very nice. Then we can do all the reflections: elemental reflection, physical reflection, a lot of mods. There are not many mods that rip us, and we are gonna take this moment to go to the cons. Which mods can't we take? Cannot regenerate is not good. Monsters are hex proof is a bit shitty, and cannot leech. Cannot leech is very bad, and maximum minus maximum resistances is also very bad for us. But if you do it on tier 16s, even a lot delirious is no problem. Where it becomes a problem maybe is tier 17 map bosses and stuff, if you have one of those mods. But cannot leech is very bad. I think this is the worst mod that you could take. And then yeah, the other con it is that this build is expensive. The version I am playing is expensive. okay, but you don't need all, they are not mandatory, the items. You can always like go for some other, okay, or some that have less strength and so on. Those scale, I mean the items really scale a lot in costs, but you don't need them, okay, to the build to work, okay. So that was with the cons. Now we're gonna talk about the skill gems. Okay, my friends, so now talking about the gems, in our weapon we have a 6 linked, I mean Molten Strike of the Zenith 2120 for sure, okay, very important. Then we have Awakened Void Manipulation, Endurance Charge on melee, Stun. Then we have Volatility Support, Awakened Multi-Strike, yeah, you're seeing it, it is such a DPS increase, okay, but not mandatory. You will feel it a lot if you have it, but it's not mandatory, I tell you, okay. You can also go for normal multi-strike support, okay, but yeah, I mean it's nice. Then we have Awakened Greater Multiple Projectile Supports, okay, and then on our helmet we have Determination linked with Flash and Stone, Enlightened Support level 4, okay, and Purity of Elements. Very nice Purity of Elements, so that we are immune to all elemental ailments. One of the best auras for me in the game, for sure. I think every build should have Purity of Elements, to be honest, okay. Then on our body armor we are using fast attacks with Leap Slam, okay, then momentum support, life tap, fortify support, and rage support, okay. This is the 6 linked on our body armor. Then on our pair of gloves we have two linked, that means the Withering Step with automation, and on the other hand we have Mark on Hit with Sniper's Mark. Very nice also. And then on our pair of boots we have the Molten Shell, okay, with more duration, automation, and blood rage. As you can see, we have not much clicking on this build. As you know, I hate clicking a lot. We are playing Power of Exile and not piano, okay. So that's for the gems, and now we are going over to the gear and the flasks. So my friends, now the gear and the flask, I mean, we are using a weapon where we want always strength on any of our rare items or any items we want strength. We are strength stacking, okay, it's very nice for us, makes us more tanky, and that's where our DPS comes from. So you can see it's a strength. We have increased spell damage, okay, increased spell damage, and then chaos damage because we are doing chaos damage, okay, because of the of our boots, okay, very important. Then we have increased attack speed, and then attacks with weapon penetrates chaos resistance, and then as crafting we have chance to deal double damage while focused because we are using here and there focus whenever we have it, and it's a very nice DPS increase for sure, okay, whenever we need it at bosses or big monsters, okay. So and then as helmet we are using the Euprius circlet, the Crown of Ice. Pretty simple. What we look for, or we have to pay attention to, not really anything. I mean, the more you have attack damage, leeching and so on, best, but what is the most important here is the implicit socketed skills gems get a 90% cost and reservation multiplier. Very important, okay. Otherwise we can't like have all our auras active, okay. Very important. Then on our body armor we have the Iron Fortress Crusader plate, okay, where we have take reduced extra damage from critical strikes. Very important, so that we don't take critical strikes, I mean no extra damage at all, because we combine it with something else. You will see it later on, okay. And yeah, as you can see, we want pretty much like high roll on strength if we can do it, and increased armor if you want. Yeah, it's nice but not mandatory. Strength is the most important, okay. Then as amulet, Okay, we have this one. This is very expensive. Yeah, it is 550 divines. This is the normal price of this, between 550 and 600 divines, because of the increased attributes, increased strength, and then the increased damage per 15 strength. So this is very nice, but not mandatory. You can also go for an amulet with a lot of strength. Okay, with two all attributes plus the strength. You can have like easily like over 100 strength for a few divines, okay, on them, and then yeah, live and stuff like that, okay, and then resistances if you need to cap it for some reason. Then we have on one of our rings we have grants level 30 aspect of the spider skill. Very nice to have, so that we have this aura also going. Then we have strength, as you can see, okay, and then non-channeling skills have -7 to total mana cost. Is very nice for our mana how to say, the leading with mana. Otherwise we are very often like out of mana, even though it's no problem because we leech a lot and stuff, but it is nice to have. And yeah, if you can go for more strength, I don't know, on this we have what is it, yeah, all are good. I mean, yeah, all attributes is also tier 1. This is a very nice one. Even better if we would have live on that instead of a maximum energy shield, but no problem. Then the other ring we are using pretty much to cap our chaos resistance. As you can see, we have like 55 chaos resistance on that. Life, strength as always, and what is very nice is gain 20 life per enemy hit with attacks. It's very nice to have, okay, but we are like gathering money so that we at 1.1 mirror at the moment, we can buy original sin, and then we will take this build to another level, but it is another mirror we are using, okay, and then we are gonna also like change the weapon, but not for this version. I just wanted to point it out what we are looking for, that or going for. Then on our gauntlets we have strength, pretty much, attack speed, maximum life, as you know, chaos resistance to cap it if you need it, and then we are +1 to level of socketed melee gems, but the most important is the meters to melee strike range, so that we don't have to be on the monster to hit them, and so that our molten strike hit. No, we can be a bit far away. It is a quality of life thing, okay. Then we have mage blood. There is not much to say, I mean, you know it. And then the soldier boots replica Alberons of Warpath, very nice. They are a bit are they expensive at the moment, yeah, 25 divines. If you can afford one with a nice implicit, there are a lot of nice implicits, corrupted implicits that you could use, go for it. And otherwise it is pretty much nice. The most important is the increased strength, as you can see, okay. And yeah, we are taking it because of the chaos damage to attacks per 80 strength. There you see why we are going for strength, okay. Very nice. And then as flasks we are using like 4 for our mage blood. You see immunity to bleeding and corrupted blood, okay, that's nice to have. Then regeneration, okay, of life per second during effect. Then we have additional elemental resistances during effect, so that we cap our resistance pretty much with this. And then we have reduced effect of curses on you during effect. That means we are curse immune, okay, very nice to have. And then we have progenesis, okay, there is not much to say. Progenesis is, for me, the best unique flask out there, okay, for any build almost, okay. So, and that was it with the gear and the flasks. Now we're going to talk about the skill tree and the remainings. So my friends, now the skill tree and the remainings. You can see the skill tree pretty much also with the ascendancy. You just copy paste it, as you can see it also in the POE. We are at level 99. If you can afford it to get level 100, I would just take this point here, the 32 strength flat. Okay, that is in my opinion the best to take next. What is important to know or to say, we are using 3 large cluster jewels, okay. They are the same ones, okay, with 8 passive skills, where we have increased damage with 200 weapons, and the 3 passives, it's one time, it is, wait, it's easier to tell it here, the graceful execution, martial mastery, and martial prowess, okay, you buy 3 of them, and you just use or take the points as you can see it here. And then we have our Watcher's Eye, okay, very important, don't forget about the body armor, the implicit we had with the reduced extra damage from critical strikes. Here we have it with while affected by determination. Since we are using determination, we are at over 100, okay, combined with the implicit from our body armor, very nice. And then chaos resistance while affected by purity of elements. That's how we are capping it, okay. We are at the moment at 109 chaos resistance, but I have everything prepared for our to switch this ring with original sin, since we are losing chaos resistance by switching it, but we will still be capped, okay. Then what can we say more? What can we say more? We are using an Emperor's Might Crimson Jewel and an Emperor's Mastery Prismatic Jewel. Very nice to take, I tell you, okay? But the most important, or one of the most important things that I have to tell you, it is that we are using 3 rare jewels where we have +2 to maximum fire resistance. Very important, okay, very important that you keep that in mind. We are using those, but you just need 5 combined, okay. That means one of those 3 could be +1 to maximum fire resistance, because we just need 5 a total on the 3, okay. Why? Because we are using this one, the Forbidden Flash, and then the Forbidden Flame, sure, okay, for Valako Storm's Embrace. Why? What is that? Here it is. Modifiers to maximum fire resistance also apply to maximum cold and lightning resistance. I mean, there is not much to say. I think you understood why we are doing that, so that we can cap all our resistances at 90 resistance, okay? Then, what can I tell you more? We have like 1 to 2 chaos resistance if you need it. Then chance to blind enemies on hit with attacks is nice to have, so we blind them, okay, pretty much. And increase effect of your marks, that's what we are taking. I know a few people say to take the global accuracy rating one, but in my opinion and H's opinion also, and we have tested it, it is best to take increased effect of your marks, but you can also go for the other one, since this is a bit more expensive. Then, yeah, we are using our Lethal Pride here. Why? Because we want to get like the increased strength bonus, okay? We have 3 of them, you can have 4, okay? But that's worth like a mirror or 2, okay? So I pass on that, okay? For me, it's not worth it. So you take increased strength as you can take them, as much as you can. I mean, we have 3, and then the other nodes try to get like something usable, okay, but it's not important. Then yeah, this we talked about, and then we are using split personality. Very nice. There are like some options that are a bit better, but so expensive. For example, to have like jewel like this, but it has to be a bit perfect to be worth it. For example, one like this, okay, or like this, where we have strength, all attributes, maximum life, and increase effect 35%, but you want higher than that, okay? This is, for example, you see we have like strength tier 1, yeah, but the attributes are only tier 2 and the life is tier 4. So at the end, the strength is gonna be a bit the same. We will gain a lot of life, but yeah, is it worth it? I don't know, because then we have to change also the 3, because we need to use 3 points on those, okay? In my opinion, split personality does its job, and for me is the better option, okay? so go for that. So we have one with strength and intelligence, and we have one with strength and dexterity. It's nice to have. And then we have one small cluster jewel where we have increased mana reservation efficiency with increased effect 35%. Very, very important, so that we can use all of our auras. Yeah, and then we have attributes and strength. That's the best we can take. Okay, so then the remainings, I mean, in Pantheon we are using, or I am using, Soul of the Brine King, but you can take whatever you want. It's really not important, I tell you. Okay, you can really take whatever you want. And then Soul of Shakari, minor god, I have Soul of Shakari. Nice to have it, but it's not important in my opinion. Pantheon, maybe you can tell me what to take that is more important, but I think this is like the not very important, the Pantheon. You just take those. Okay, so and now we are gonna go for the section of how I play it. So how I play it, it is a very, very easy build. Left click, move only. Right click, we have leap slam. Then on Q I have wall molten shell. On our E we have a molten strike of the Zenith. That's our skill to make damage. Then focus on R. So whenever we start our maps, we just activate all of our auras. I mean aspect of the spider. Then automation, both of them. Okay, very important. Then purity of elements. Then we go for flesh and stone, or you go for blood stance or sand stance. Both are very good. It depends what you feel like, or you take more, you become more tanky, or you make more damage. But I would go always for sand stance, I tell you. Okay, so I would always go for this one. Okay, so we are much more tanky. Okay, or at least our enemies don't do or don't make that much damage. And then also we take determination. Okay, as you can see, that's how we play this build. And then we go into our map and we leap slam pretty much. We are a bit fast, but I leap slam all the time while I click all the time on Molten Strike, and then we kill. Okay, pretty much. And then when we need that extra damage, I click on focus. Then we have for a few seconds, like 4 seconds, we are focused, we do more damage. And whenever you see, oh, it's becoming a bit rippy, we use the wall molten shell. Okay, so that was it with how I play it. Now let's go for the gameplay. So my friends, now for the gameplay, I mean, I'm gonna show you like a fight against Armour Searing Exarch, so that you can see really the DPS that this build can do. Okay, but why Armour Searing Exarch? Because it's the quickest fight, and normally we insta kill him before he even goes for any of his phases. But this build can do any Armour boss. I am selling Armour boss carrying. Okay, pretty much it's easy with this build, since we have so much DPS. So you can even do 1 man, 2 man, 3 man, 4 man carrying, no problem at all. As long as you have the movement for some of the other bosses, it's no problem at all. Okay, so the DPS for sure is not a problem. So let's go. We wait until he comes out. And then we use Molten Strike with focus, and then normally, as you can see, this was a bit rippy, but it is really no problem at all. We killed him before he even did any attack. And then I'm gonna show you also like how good this is. I mean, this build is while clearing maps, and for that we are gonna go for a city square map with 113% item quantity with Delirious, and we are gonna add like some spice to it with Rogue Exile. So yeah, I mean, I don't think you can have more rippy. Okay, you can have like more rippy with our Blight strat for sure, but it is too long for showcasing this here. I prefer to show you that. Okay, so we go for Rogue Exiles pretty much. We make them tougher and with our Scarab. So let's go, and you will see how strong this build is. Okay, so let's go, and how fast it is also. Okay, off. There was a statue, that's why I was a bit, but you see already, I mean, we killed pretty much like fast with this build. Okay, it is also a fast one. You just sleep slam around. Okay, I'm just gonna take this, but you can also take minus resistance, should be no problem. Where the minus resistance is like Rippy is maybe on tier 17s. Okay, but you can see the damage is really there. Let's see where the rogues exiles are, so that you can see how fast we kill them. Okay, on tier 16 with Delirious. As you can see, no problem at all. We just melt them down as we did with the boss. Even though you see that there are some wisps on them. Okay, we are using also the scarab of wisps to make them even stronger. No problem at all, or more tanky also. So as you can see, we pretty much can clear it without any problem. Rogue exiles Delirious with 8 mod, no problem at all. Okay, the damage is there. There are some that are a bit more tanky than others, but it's not a problem. Let's see. Oh, nice one. I think this is worth something, this one. But yeah, I think you see the power of this build pretty much. Okay, but wait, I'm gonna show you then also before we finish this gameplay section. Let me just show you really quick, I forgot, the lightning strike version. We can also go for it, okay, to be a bit faster, but in my opinion it's not important, but we can. I mentioned it, so we can use like change the molten strike with lightning strike of arcing, and then volatility with pure support. Okay, if you want to be a bit faster, you will see it's gonna feel very good too. Okay, so we go in, and the lightning strike is like very nice also. It's just I mean, for tier 17 it's gonna be a bit the damage is gonna feel, you see, the damage is not as good, but for clearing tier 16s, even Rogue Exile, it is really no problem at all, but it takes a bit more time. But the clearing is gonna feel maybe a bit better if you do it with it, but not mandatory at all. It is just an option on top that I'm giving to you, okay? Because if you want really to go for lightning strike, we need another weapon, we need the shield and so on. But you see, it is also possible, okay? The damage is also there, and the clearing is much, I mean, a bit better, not much better, I don't want to say. So that was it, my friend. I hope it was helpful for you. I hope you liked this build. Maybe you can try it out. Let me know in the comment section what you think about it. Don't forget to like to see more videos, okay, like this, and then don't forget to subscribe, okay? So don't forget, the POE link is under the video description, so that you can copy paste everything as you want. And for the rest, thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day, nice night. We will see us on the next video on YouTube or on the next stream on Twitch. Bye bye, love ya, stay safe.